do you think the path that we are currently taking, does it lead to AGI?
Okay.
Right? I know, I mean, I'm asking you to crystal ball
Yeah.
about a topic which itself is all about predictions, right? So it's almost like the
Yeah.
inception of predictions, right?
Yeah.
But what's your broad sense?
Okay, I will answer it differently. I think it's a question of, do we need AGI? Is the question. Should we go down the AGI route? Because it's again, if there is a problem statement which requires an AGI system, you will find a way to do it. In my mind, I think, and this is probably where it is going in, is you will almost have specialist setups, and that's the path to follow. You go down a
Mm,
specialist setups, and maybe an ensemble of specialist setups gets you to some kind of a AGI setup. So in my mind, will we get to an AGI is probably not the right question to ask. It's a question of, do we need to get to AGI? In my mind, the answer is no. In my mind, the focus as of now should be kind of almost getting to this really large, maybe vertical centric, use case centric specialist setups, because it's
mm,
these kind of promises on AGI which kind of then push you. We were discussing this earlier, Anuj, in terms of that the AI winters start happening when these kind of things become the promises saying, hey, we're going to get to AGI, and then it doesn't happen, and that's when you kind of get to those pieces. So I
mm.
think, so if you ask me, and this is, I have no rational answer for this, we will get to AGI, but I don't think we are anywhere close to it. I don't think we need to be anywhere close to it. If you're being rational about the use of AI, the focus has to be on specialist systems. And then subsequently, you might get to, there might
Yeah,
be a different, entirely different architecture that gets us to AGI, or it could be a different approach to it. But yes, I think progress as we know it will happen. So AGI at some point will happen, not anytime soon.
yeah, but I would say, Som, that's more of a product guy's way of looking at things, right? What I need in order to take my product to the next level.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there is always some entrepreneur, some scientist out there, some VC out there that wants to get to AGI, because then
It
what it
depends.
opens up is a
Yeah,
different beast altogether.
but it also depends upon what you define as AGI. That's my problem
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
it's a very nebulous thing. You and I are not AGI. We also are not AGI, but we are also not general intelligence, because we can't talk intelligently about everything. We have a basic reaction part of it. So it's again a question of how you define it. But
Yeah,
anyways,
right. I mean, that's a separate discussion, right? But in my humble opinion, what what is another very beautiful aspect of last 18 months has been that even by cramming, you can solve a lot of problems
yeah,
for which earlier only the intelligence was seen as a path. I
yeah,
don't know whether this is intelligence or not. That's a separate question, right? But what I'm saying is, for every question, we don't need to be intelligent enough by
yeah.
cramming, and right, and we have seen this in exams also, right? If you cram enough, right? So what we are saying is, you may not be intelligent, but if you do enough hard work, if you cram enough, if you can cram the entire internet as it has been done in this case,
You
you
might.
can go very far, right?
Yeah,
And I think that is something nobody had seen, right?
yeah, yeah. I
So
mean,
that is a fascinating part of this
yeah.
18 months. Another thing,
I'm smiling because it seems like you're basically saying we might not need more intelligent model. We need more hardworking AI models, which can basically pick up a lot more information, and then the
right?
intelligence
And
comes in as a
correct, and
consequence. But yeah,
that
why
is
not?
like the whole part of
That's the
compute and
entire
data,
idea of
right?
large models. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you have enough data and enough compute, you can still get very far in the race. You might
see,
not get to AGI. I mean, that's a separate skill altogether. But a lot of FAQs can be answered. A lot of common questions can be answered. A lot of fairly smart products, if not intelligent products, can be built.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know how much time we have, but since you talk about it, ultimately it's a function of the data and being able to see patterns to data. The more you know, the more easily you will be able to kind of get to patterns, which is kind of the at least one aspect of intelligence. So being more knowledgeable lends you an element of intelligence, because now you are able to see patterns and therefore extrapolate, and therefore you're better prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. But the point, I mean, the result that came just last week, right? You go and tell anybody that I've cracked silver medal in math Olympiad,
Yeah.
you will be labeled intelligent,
Yeah.
right? You will be labeled among maybe 0.1 or maybe among 0.01% of that people